Aloha, Wally Carmichael here. This is basically video 2 to my Get Lucky Challenge or Create Luck Challenge. I haven't really come up with the right name, but that's irrelevant. I was just driving. I'm driving over to Schofield Barracks. I got some classes this weekend for transitioning out of the military. And I got to thinking about this concept of this Tetris effect. And you can click on the link there and go to the other video, or at the end of the video I'll provide the link to the first video that I did for this 5-day challenge that I'm doing if you want to create luck in your life. And I'm going to prove it to you further in my own life how this has worked for me and for my family. So one thing I was thinking about just now as I'm driving through the beautiful countryside over here between my house and Schofield Barracks. The ocean's behind me, heading toward the mountainside, and you can see some of it flying by as I'm driving here. And many years ago I was in Albania, and I used to lay in my cot, and in my cot I had mosquito nets. The mosquitoes were crazy out there, and above my mosquito net, right above me as I was laying down, I had a couple pictures. I had a picture of my wife, and I had a picture of a picture of like a postcard of Hawaii, because I had always wanted to live in Hawaii. The only person I ever knew that lived in Hawaii was my aunt Wendy, and she loved it. And of course everybody always thinks about visiting Hawaii, or most people do anyway. It was pretty far-fetched, but I just had the dream that I was either going to visit Hawaii. I really didn't even dream that I was going to live in Hawaii. I just had the dream of visiting Hawaii. So several years later, I'm guessing it was about five or 8 years later. Oh yeah, it was about 5 years later. 5 years later, 5 or 6 years later, and out of the blue, I get a call from the branch manager at Human Resources Division or Human Resources Command for the Army, from my branch, from my MOS. And if you're military, you know what that means, but basically for my job title. And my branch manager calls me on my personal cell phone and says, "Hey, do you want to go be an equal opportunity advisor in Hawaii?" And I was blown away. I was like, yes, of course. I mean, why wouldn't I? So next thing I know, I'm in Florida getting trained as an equal opportunity advisor, and I end up spending 3 years in Hawaii with my family, and we just had such a great time. So did I make that happen? You know, it's hard to say. It really is. You know, some people don't believe in creating luck for yourself, and you know, it's divine intervention, that's for sure. I truly believe in that. But you got to put forth in your mind what you want, and I didn't really do anything for that. I didn't, you know, it always said on my records I wanted to go to Hawaii, but I didn't create the job. I didn't have Sarmi Jerusalem pick up the phone and call me specifically out of the thousands of candidates or people that she could have called to pick for that job, but there it was. So then I did my 3-year tour in Hawaii, and I ended up at Fort Hood, and I was in Iraq, and I was finishing up my tour in Iraq. And I knew when I got back to Fort Hood after 3 years, I did not want to stay there, and my wife didn't want to stay there either. Me and Tracy were done with Fort Hood. So I called my branch manager, and it was the civilian this time, and I did call, and all I asked was, what are my options? Now my options for the first time ever was about 10 different options. So, and one of them, we had Alaska, Colorado, Arizona, Milwaukee, MEPS, you know, a couple other. There were basically like 10 options. And then she said Hawaii. I said, Miss Callahan, you got to be kidding me, really? And she said, yeah, absolutely. So I got off the phone with her, called my family, and said we have to make a decision. We basically broke it down between Colorado and Hawaii. So now, you know, probably at this point, we came back to Hawaii, and I've been here 4 years at this point, and now we're living here. We bought a house about a year ago, and we've decided to, I'm retiring in a couple months, and we've decided to stay right here in Hawaii, which is amazing. And I think about that now, and I think about those days I used to lay in the cot in Albania, and dream about, you know, spending my life with my family and my wife in such a beautiful place where the weather is perfect pretty much every single day, and you know, we can spend time together. So there's just other proof, and we're going to go over more in the challenge, and we're going to talk about your own experiences, and we're going to talk about experiences of other people, and we're going to talk about how to create I don't know about luck, but how to create luck in your life, how to get the mindset to basically lean more towards the things that you want. Now, are you going to get them right away? Absolutely not. Are you going to get them the way that you thought you were going to get them? Absolutely not. God works in mysterious ways, that's for sure. But the way things manifest and the way things develop in your life, it's definitely better to have a positive outlook than it is to have a negative outlook, because you get much better results. You get much more favorable results. All right? So look at the information at the end of this video. Click on the link, watch the other video so you get a better understanding of what this challenge is about. And I will see you in the challenge. I'll be in Japan and Korea next week. And once I get back, it's on. We're going to start this challenge. All right? Have a good day. Take care.